Netflix's new series tells a story of a Canadian journalist who tries to uncover the truth about a society of 5 men who have controlled the world since 1347. I watched The Pentaverate starring Mike Myers. Should you? Let's find out. How's it going, movie watchers? Thank you guys for stopping by my channel. Today we're going to talk about The Pentaverate, which is a new comedy series created and stars Mike Myers. I absolutely love Mike Myers, from Austin Powers to Shrek. The guy is absolutely hilarious. So I was honestly thrilled to see Mike Myers back and playing multiple characters. But besides Mike Myers, we also get Keegan-Michael Key and Ken Jeong, just to name a few. This is a wild series about 5 men who have controlled the world since 1347. They've shaped outcomes since then, and the Pentaverate must never be exposed. But there is some other storylines that are developing throughout the series. We have one of our main characters who is also played by Mike Myers. We have this Canadian reporter, Ken Scarborough, who seeks a hard-hitting story to save his job. And taking him on this road trip is also Mike Myers. But the Pentaverate consists of 4 characters played by Mike Myers, and in the first few episodes, Keegan-Michael Key, as he is brought in to try to stop global warming just a few degrees. We also have Ken Jeong, who joins the later half of the season. This is absolutely hilarious. I feel like this might not impress a younger audience. If you grew up watching Wayne's World or Austin Powers, you may find a lot of humor within it. There's a lot of reoccurring jokes that do feel very Mike Myers. There's fart jokes, there's poop jokes, but you've seen those before from Mike Myers, and they work for him because he just goes all in with these performances. And similar to other films, the jokes are reoccurring. They pop up quite often. I just watched the Austin Powers again in preparation for the Pentaverate, and a lot of the jokes are reoccurring. They happen for a long extended period of time, and they happen quite often. That's the Pentaverate. There is a lot of jokes that happen few times within here, like Maria Menounos, who you may see from going to the movie theaters. She appears quite often to kind of give news for the Pentaverate. We have a jokes with Rob Lowe, who's not sure exactly what is going on, but those jokes happen quite often, and I found them to be absolutely hilarious. Mike Myers portrays a wide variety of different characters. Ken Scarborough, who is this Canadian journalist, this guy who believes in so many different conspiracy theories. We have someone who is on a talk show, 4 members of the Pentaverate. He goes all in with each one of them, and that's just why I love Mike Myers, is he's so invested and determined. He's so invested in these different performances to make each one stand out from the other character. He's trying so hard to give each person a different characteristic to make them quite enjoyable. Some don't stand out as memorable as others, but for the most part, the characters that he does play and the characters that get a lot of screen time, they're absolutely hilarious. Now, the first episode, when we are introduced to Keegan-Michael Key's character and he's brought into the Pentaverate, it moves so fast. I felt like the pacing was just absolutely crazy. You had to get adjusted to Keegan-Michael Key, the Pentaverate, Ken Scarborough, and his job as a Canadian journalist. There's so much going on within that first episode. But once you kind of slow down, and there's only 6 episodes, they start to really develop the story of the Pentaverate and this murder that is happening within the Pentaverate and the Canadian journalist as well. Like I said, there's a lot going on, but once you kind of get past those first couple episodes, you start to slow down, and then you really invested in the stories and the characters as well. This is a very self-aware series. Jeremy Irons does the narration for the opening of the show, and he talks about the 5 main characters, but it's so self-aware that it's starting to poke fun at Netflix as well, that you can't hit that skip button because you might get some important information. Then he's also making fun of other shows like Stranger Things as well, and it starts to just become very self-aware, very stupid, but I absolutely enjoyed it. There's a lot of times, especially from Jeremy Irons, as he is just having a blast narrating the show, I found it to be absolutely hilarious. The series is quite vulgar. There's an episode where they talk about how Americans just absolutely love to cuss. And there's jokes about Canada as well, but it's so self-aware with Netflix and the streaming service in Canada and America and the Pentaverate. It absolutely hits. Like I said, I don't think this will be for everybody. I've read a lot of comments, people who just do not care about it, as there's too much fart jokes and poop jokes. It's just absolutely stupid. But I grew up watching Mike Myers. From Wayne's World to Shrek, there's a reference to Shrek in here, and Austin Powers. Those are films I've constantly watched growing up. And so going into this, I had my expectations. I knew what I would get from Mike Myers, and I got just that with the Pentaverate. I enjoyed this series immensely. It is absolutely hilarious. It is beyond stupid. It is insane. And I loved every second of it. So before you give me a score for the Pentaverate starring multiple Mike Myers, make sure to check out my channel. Here I do movie reviews, trailer reactions, ranking videos, tier lists, all that fun movie related content that you see on YouTube. I do it all here. So hit that subscribe button to get it all in one spot. I'm going to go ahead and give the Pentaverate a B+. Thank you guys for checking my review for the Pentaverate, the new comedy series starring Mike Myers. Have you guys seen it by chance? What did you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.